More and more people are struggling to sell their homes, and an increasing number of sellers are opting to let their property out as a result. Inheriting a home or moving in with a partner are also examples of situations when people might find themselves becoming a landlord without necessarily planning to be one. Being a landlord can sound so easy on paper. All you do is provide a home for people needing somewhere to live and they pay you rent. But of course, nothing that involves human beings can ever be quite that simple. And while buying a home to let and becoming a landlord can be extremely profitable, all too often if you don't have the right information, you can come unstuck. Whether you are already letting a property or looking for advice on how to start, here are some tips to guide you through the process of letting a residential property. The first step is to prepare your property so that it is ready to let to tenants. You should make sure your property has had the correct checks and complies with the law. For example, by law you must repair and maintain gas appliances and keep a record of annual gas safety checks. Think about purchasing adequate fittings and furniture as well for your tenants. Items such as contemporary flooring or the right appliance can make your property more appealing to a tenant and help you get a higher rent. You should look to carry out an inventory. Taking an inventory and schedule of condition is essential. It provides a complete record of fixtures, fittings and decor, allowing you to record the standard of the property before your tenant moves in. The written word is key, however photographic evidence should be used to support your inventory. It sets the standard at which the property should be maintained and can often help to avoid any issues occurring in the long run. At the end of the tenancy, a subsequent checkout report will then be used to compare the overall condition of the property against the inventory and check-in reports. You should also source insurance for your buildings and contents with a specialist landlord insurance provider. Normal home insurance will not cover the unique challenges you face as a landlord. And remember, a specialist provider will understand your needs as a landlord and will ensure the main areas of protection are packaged up in a single contract in order to make the purchase of the policy as simple as possible. Make sure you've thought about the marketing of the property too as well. Is it young professionals or students, for example? The selling points of your property may be different depending on what type of tenant you're looking for. Next, you need to think about advertising your property, and you can do this through a property portal, online letting agents, or use a traditional letting agent. Once you've got your tenants, it's important that you carry out a tenant reference check to ensure that your tenants are who they say they are and will be able to afford the rental payments. A tenant reference check will be able to tell you things such as bankruptcy and insolvency data and current and previous addresses. In the current economic climate, the number of rental arrears is on the increase. Sometimes a tenant through no fault of their own may lose their job and as a result may be unable to make their rental payments. Possible legal wrangles and missed rental payments can play havoc with your investment and financial planning, so it is vitally important that you take out rent guarantee insurance. This is a cost-effective insurance product that provides legal assistance and rent guarantee in the event of a tenant falling into rental arrears. By law, landlords have to protect their tenants' deposit in a government-authorised scheme. Remember, you must do this in a certain time frame, depending on where you are in the UK. Once you've completed all the preliminary steps to preparing your property and your tenants have moved in, you will need to make sure you're managing your property effectively. You should carry out regular inspections on the property to make sure the tenants are looking after the property and not causing any damage. Make sure you have regular communication with your tenants so that they can let you know if there are any problems with the property and allow you to get these resolved quickly. It may be worth taking out a landlord emergency policy, so if any domestic emergencies do happen, such as the boiler breaking down, a contractor will be sent out to fix the problem, meaning you don't have to. If there is any correspondence between you and your tenant in the form of emails or letters, make sure you keep copies of these in case you should need them in the future. If your tenants decide to move and there isn't any dispute with your tenant, you should return the deposit. You can then start to prepare your property for your next tenants. Perhaps hire some professional cleaners or give the property a fresh lick of paint. Don't forget that if your property is going to be vacant for a period of time, you will need to advise your insurance company so they can amend your policy. So there you have it. This simple guide should help you on your journey as a landlord. For more information or tips on how to get the most out of being a landlord, visit our website at totallandlordinsurance.co.uk and mydeposits.co.uk.